I'll throw a random one at you, Adam, then. Former Outwood Grange pupil. I see it on Wikipedia. You're probably the most successful person to have gone there. What careers advice? Well, certainly not me, but what careers advice did they give you back then when you were thinking about what to do after school?
Well, I'm quite fortunate because my mum actually worked at the school at the time, so she was very big on my education. I was one of them kids who just loved playing sport no matter what it was. Football, cricket, basketball, you name it, I was playing it. And I was getting sort of dragged out of school lessons. Come on, ads, you need to play for cricket team. And I was like, all right, I'll just leave, my maths English class, and I'd be on minibus and I'd be playing. I was that sort of kid, but at the same time, it was, my mum kept me grounded at school, and she made me, do the extra lessons that I was missing out on, and she kept me at school she kept me 2 years after that at college, so I got my A levels, and then it literally as I finished my A levels at Outwood that week I got the call up for my debut. So just great. Outwood were great, and like I say, just as a kid, all I wanted to do was play sport, and luckily enough, I was good enough to play rugby at professional level.
And I guess that's the advice you give to kids who are we're in your situation now. Stay at school, get as much education as you can alongside your sporting career.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, even now, I'm still looking to do courses and still try to educate myself, and because rugby careers can be short. I'm so fortunate that I've managed to have 10, 11 years playing rugby, but you see a lot of people who might even be in the game 1 or 2 years, and it's so important to have a backup plan, and especially as a young kid that you either get some education or qualifications that you can fall back on, or you can move on to once your career's finished.
Obviously, you've gone on and you've become an England international. We've got a World Cup this year, but when you signed that first contract, what were your initial ambitions for your rugby league career?
Yeah, good question. At the time, probably starting, I'd never in years what I thought that I'd make 10 years at Cass. Never in a million years, no. I signed at Cass for a couple of reasons. One of them that I saw myself fitting in the first team pretty soon. Ryan Hudson was the hooker at the time, and then Kirk Neverton. I thought I could, in a couple of years' time, I could get the better of them. Ryan Hudson coming towards the back end of his career, and I thought, I can really compete for that number 9 spot. So, yeah, and then it was just from there. Got my debut at 18, and once you get in the first team setup, and once you start playing the games, the sure do come pretty thick and fast. And yeah, it's just been season after season, and like there's not really been much stopping really to really reflect until this year, I guess. And like I say, I have done quite a lot of reflecting, and it's good to just take your head and self out of the game and look back at what you've really achieved.
And obviously, final one from me, just success with Castleford, obviously important this year, but that World Cup at the end of the year must be a big carrot at the end of the stick, so to speak.
Yeah, again, if you ask all the English players in Super League, I bet they'd give you the same answer, that the reason that ultimately they want to get the England call up at the end of the year. I had a taste of international football, obviously, in 2018, and I remember at the time saying, I've had a taste of it, and I want more of it, and the hunger and desire still remains in me, that I want to get back to that level. I believe that I've put all the hard work in this pre-season, and I'm sure I'm going to be challenging to get myself to them highs again.
Well, good luck with that, and